right, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much, Paraag, for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you joining. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so going straight up, we just want to get to meet you. So, who is Paraag? Let's get to meet you.
Great to be here. Thank you. So who am I? That's a very interesting question because I think for almost 45 years of my life, I didn't actually know who I was. So I spent most of my childhood trying to achieve, trying to succeed, based on what my parents told me, what I saw in society. So I was born to first generation immigrant parents into the UK. They'd come via East Africa. My family originally is from India. And so the mindset is very much work hard, work harder than everyone else,
Mhm,
just be the same.
mhm,
So growing up was just work as hard as you can.
mhm,
There's a scarcity mindset
mhm.
around money in particular. So
Wow,
work hard and do the things that are going to make you the most money so that you have the stable life
wow.
we didn't have, essentially, is kind of the
Yeah.
mindset. All the way through school, through even university, everything was geared towards let's do the best, most high paying job
Jobs.
that looks good from the outside,
Yeah.
that makes the money, gives the lifestyle. And you know what, for a few years, so I worked in investment banking. I worked at
Mhm.
Goldman Sachs. I worked at
Yes.
Citigroup. I worked at Credit Suisse. So I worked at all the big investment banks. I've worked also at many of the smaller ones. I've even then moved into C-level roles at
Wow.
big
Amazing.
company, big companies, small companies. And the one thing I realized is that yes, it's fun for a bit, and I'm learning,
Mhm,
and the learning bit
mhm.
was key. But really, chasing money
Yes.
doesn't necessarily give you happiness.
Mm.
It might look successful from the outside, having houses, cars,
Yeah.
holidays,
Mm.
all these things. They're great, but actually, um, there's a weight that it
Yeah.
creates
Sure.
and a burden. And so, what happened in reality about 8 years ago? My body started to give up. So
Mm.
on my 40th birthday, I spent
Okay.
2 days in hospital on a
Wow.
drip
Wow.
because I'd been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. My blood sugar was 5 times higher than where it should be.
Wow.
And, you know, we're at 23, it should be closer to 4.
Wow.
Um, and that was a wake up call as to okay, what's
What
this?
is?
Yeah,
Yes.
what is the penalty I'm paying
Hmm. Wow.
for something I'm misaligned to? So fortunately, I was only on the drugs for 3 months. I reversed the condition. I
Great.
learned about my body. I learned how it works. But in order to sustain something for life, no matter what it is,
Hmm.
you have to change your mindset.
Hmm.
So journey began with a change of how I see my body,
Hmm.
but then I had to change my mindset, open my mind to new thoughts, new ideas, understanding
Hmm.
there's a different way of being, there's a different way of living. So
Yes.
I did a lot of reading, a lot of
Yes.
learning. I met some amazing mentors who
Yes.
helped me. Um, and where that journey goes is starts with like breath work,
Okay.
energy work. Um, and so for someone who was completely, I'm not saying I believe in God necessarily, but who was completely
Okay.
atheist, now
Okay.
much more aligned to we have a higher purpose in this universe.
Amazing.
Our soul came here to experience the life we have, humanity. And so I now have, so to answer your question, I know that's a long way of
Yes.
answering, but who am I?
Yes.
Someone who is here to do two things:
Hmm.
experience everything and be kind to everyone.
Hmm.
I think you do those two things in
Wow.
life, you will find your joys, you will find your people, you will find your purpose. Everything else will then flow.
Hmm.
So it's not about chasing anything, it's about finding yourself. And so
Hmm.
once you try everything, you'll see what you like, what you don't like, what you enjoy, what you don't. And
Amazing.
so kind to anyone you meet because I believe we are all one. With all our souls will all go back into the one
Yes.
after this body. That's it. Very simple. So that's
Wow.
the simple way of
Wow.
explaining.
You have amazing words of wisdom. I really, really amazing. I really like the two key things you said. Number one is experience everything around you and be kind to people. I think that's a really big one. And then there's something you mentioned while you were, sharing your story and your experience, which made me want to ask you a question. You mentioned that, when you realize, your body was affected, you ask yourself, what was the cost of this? In other words, maybe you might have prioritize something else over another. So now I just want to know because I know you're a private mentor, you're a founder of a life that fits, which means you've done a lot of things. So now I really want to know. So aside from business that you do, because I know you are very busy. So what else do you do outside of business to make you ease off work? Is there something you do intentionally outside of work?
Yeah, so a good question, and thank you. So I think um, so when I realized that my body was telling me things, i.e., well, you're working too hard, you're doing too much that's not aligned, etc. I had to find things that gave me peace, that
Mm,
essentially relaxed my nervous system, gave me presence and focus. Because the reason my body gave up and diabetes came ultimately was more stress related than it
wow.
was necessarily even diet related. So it was stress, and the stress is because you're permanently switched on. And the world
Mm,
today is incredibly noisy.
wow,
Okay.
yes, there
So if you
is.
think about, so that when I was growing up, we had, and similar to I'm sure you, yeah, we had no mobile phones, we had no screens, we were not, so all we were doing as kids was playing outside on the street, playing
Mm,
football, playing cricket, um,
exactly.
and then chatting with friends, playing hide and seek. Those were the games. Even at
Sure.
school, similar things, right?
Yes.
When it came to, okay, well, what do I need to do to get back in a state? Because if you think about it, children are probably the best example, especially young children,
Yes.
of humans who have a very relaxed nervous system, who are free, who don't really worry about what's happening in the world, and just are present. And I think in order to find presence, therefore, I had to go back to my childhood. What are the things I love doing? So part of it was playing sport.
Mm,
So I still love when I can to play football, to play cricket, to play golf, the things I used to do as a kid. The other thing which I used to do as a child, which I now have an entire room full of this, is
okay.
making Lego. So for me,
Oh.
Lego, making Lego is my meditation, because if you've ever made Lego, you have to concentrate, you have to focus.
Hmm.
You cannot just sort of make it and be distracted with
Wow.
screens or talking to other people. So Lego was something I loved as a kid, and it's something that now I make some pretty big sets and enjoy doing as a meditation. At the same time, I also enjoy doing anything that doesn't involve
Hmm.
screens. So ultimately,
Okay.
walking outside, um, being in nature, chatting with friends.
Hmm.
But it's that you remove the noise from the
Hmm.
world. So I
Okay.
don't, I don't, I don't actually watch the news, and I
Hmm.
don't have any social media other than for work related
Oh,
purposes.
oh,
But what happens is you'll get all the news from other people. You'll
true.
get
Yeah,
and
true.
and that's enough for my nervous system. It's enough
Hmm.
for me to live free in this world, um, and therefore I'm present, whether it's with my kids, whether it's with friends, whether it's with family, whoever it's with. Just be fully present at that
Hmm.
time. And once you're present, you're not worrying about anything that's happened in the past. You're not
Yes.
thinking about what might happen in the future. If every moment you are present, the future will take care of itself.
Hmm.
Because if
Sure.
you are content and happy now, and you're content and happy in 1 second time, and another second time, another second time. So being present changes everything. And for me, that means removing all the noise and essentially doing the things I love. So being with
Wow.
friends, making Lego, playing sport, sometimes watching sport, but that's
What
it.
sport?
So
Sorry, what sport do you play?
football, cricket,
Oh,
golf, table tennis, the other ones I play. And I watch a lot of F1. I love driving
oh, you
driving a
love that
car is
too. I love F1.
yeah, driving a car is something also that's very meditative and relaxing. Music, dancing. So a lot of those activities that don't involve technology, but also
Hmm.
where you're in flow. You're just enjoying the moment. You're not
Hmm.
thinking about anything that's different. So I think ultimately, for any individual to get to a point of true peace,
Yes.
you have to think of, okay, what is it you love doing? And then just do it. Because once you do the things you love, and especially the things you used to love as a child, fully focused on that at that moment in time, and therefore the rest of the world doesn't matter, doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And that gives your nervous system the rest, the peace, the safety that it needs for your body to relax, your mind to relax, and for you to be happy. And that's how I look at it.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, you've brought a fresh perspective to how I see online work and, personally being online, having a business online. Really, really amazing. So now it forces me to ask you the question, what keeps you motivated in your business? Because, all of these things you've mentioned, I mean, they are really deep words of wisdom. So I really want to know, have you ever had a downtime in business where what made you push on if you had ever had a downtime at all?
Yeah, so through my professional career working with banks and corporates, there were periods where in between jobs you're put on gardening leave for a period of time, 6 months here, 6 months
Yes.
there, and I did. For example, I took some Football Association level 1 coaching badges.
Oh.
I diploma in digital photography. I have outside income. I will always I guess part of it is I was told as a kid, if you're doing nothing, you're failing. So for me, it was always keep doing things, keep learning, keep whether it's reading, whether it's helping, whatever it might be, but doing nothing is failing, is what I was
Wow.
essentially is it was stuck in my mindset as a kid. So because of that, I always have to be doing something, whether it's reading, whether it's participating in something. So I've always done things through my life. But what I realize now is that everything I've learned,
Yes.
everything I've done, everything that's ever happened to me, happens for a reason. I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And there came to me a realization over the last few years that what am I good at and what do I enjoy? Oh, actually, it's using all my experience, using everything I've learned, using my understanding of humanity and behavior, using my understanding of technology. My first ever job was
Yes.
as a 16-year-old intern working on AI for the UK government.
Oh,
Um,
amazing.
my extended essay for my international bac was on artificial neural networks. I've written research reports on neural networks, machine learning, all the way through the 2000s. So I would say for me, I understand technology probably as well as most people because I've worked in it, lived it, seen it, done it. But I also try and understand humanity as well. And
Yes.
there is this sort of question mark around how humanity and AI are going to live together. Ultimately, as I see AI as humanity having created a separate species, and how we live together. Can we coexist without humanity losing its ability to think, and without AI seizing control because people
Yes.
allow it control? And too many people ask AI, like, what should I do? What
Yes.
I have this problem. This is so I want to be that person that people can go to and say, I can have a problem. What's the human response to
Yes.
it, not AI response? So for me, supporting people in
That's
their journey,
incredible.
finding a life that fits, finding purpose. I do it through a number of different methods. So I've learned how to read human design charts, how to read Vedic astrology birth charts. I look at all sorts of things from numerology to the way the Mayans looked at things, the way the Greeks looked at things, the way that the Koreans look at things, the elements. There's a tribal system. There's so many different methods that come from ancient wisdom, and I marry that with quantum physics and looking at us as essentially light, because we are made of
Yes.
atoms. Atoms are made of electrons, neutrons, protons, which are made of photons. So essentially, we are made of light. We are light beings. So how you exist in this universe is really your choice. So helping people to understand that how they think is how the world will be. Perspective.
Interesting.
And so for me, it's using all my knowledge, all my experience to just help people to be themselves, to be living with purpose, to find peace, to not have to lose themselves to technology, to artificial intelligence.
Yes.
It is too easy today. In the
Mm.
past, if people were frustrated, you could escape, but you would escape into drink, drugs, sex, violence, gambling, all
Yes.
those. Now, though,
Mm.
people escape into two things and they consider it normal, which is
Mm.
technology, work. So,
Wow.
the problem is,
Wow.
if you
Sorry,
escape,
I want you to come again. I need that to be rephrased. Wow, 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 wow. That's a deep one.
yeah, because escapism into technology comes through
Hmm.
obviously social media and doom scrolling and
Hmm.
just now AI. Literally, people are having hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 10 hour conversations with AI
Hmm.
around life, around what they should do. You're losing yourself in that.
Yeah,
You might see it as a friend, but it's not. It's a large language model.
exactly. That's amazing. Yeah. Hmm.
And then on top of that, workaholism is the biggest addiction today. So a lot of people, they oh, there's a party on the weekend. Oh, sorry, I've got to work. There's an
Hmm.
event happening. Oh, I've got to work. I've got to work, and that's apparently accepted. Well, why? Because in the past, when you left your office at 5 p.m., you weren't contactable until you came back to the office
Yes,
9 a.m. the next day. So you had your life to
exactly.
yourself. You
Yes.
had freedom. Now you're expected to be online 24/7, replying to whether it's emails, Slack messages, text messages, WhatsApp.
Yes.
And so how do you find
Hmm.
peace? That how it's impossible. So
Hmm.
for me, a large part of this is supporting people in how to structure their lives. No screen time within the week, setting
Yes.
time aside for the people that with the people they love, doing the things they want to do. So through structure, you find freedom.
Yes.
And
Yes.
therefore, which is something people don't realize. They think freedom means no structure, you just live as you want. No,
Hmm.
through structure, you create freedom because then you know exactly what's happening. But the key is remove the noise, be present with the people you
Hmm.
love, doing things you love doing, and that's where you find happiness. And so for me, I've created this business, a life that fits, to help people
Yes.
to be present, to find their purpose, to live a life that fits them, not the
Hmm.
one that the childhood version of them or the teenage version of them was told to.
Yes.
That is what happened to me.
Hmm.
So ultimately, we are all here to live
Hmm.
one life, as I say, to
Yes.
experience everything. So finding a purpose, finding a path, finding something that gives you joy, gives you peace, gives you happiness, well, that will change through life because the younger version of yourself did what it needed to
Yes.
be happy, to survive, to strive, to succeed at that point. But what worked for you when you were 5, when you were 15, and when you're 21 doesn't necessarily work when you're 30 or when you're 40.
Exactly. That's true. Yes.
Reinventing yourself, repurposing yourself, I think that is the key to long term happiness. And
Hmm.
so people don't suffer what I did, which is your body at some point just rejects everything you're doing because it's
Yes.
not aligned to how you should live. So that's what I try and do. That's what I try and support people with. And I think if you can live your life with purpose and presence,
Hmm.
you will maximize the time that we are here,
Amazing.
and you'll see the effect on your loved ones and the people around you as well.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Paraag. I want to rephrase something you said. Really amazing. Structure creates freedom. Wow, that's an amazing line. I don't know if you have plans of writing a book, but I really think you should put a book out there. Uh, do you have plans of writing a book soon?
Yeah, I'm in the process of writing
Oh,
one. I'm
great.
about
I really
halfway
love
through.
to. I'd love to
So,
read the book. Great. So,
so
so I know we are wrapping up pretty soon. You've given us a whole bunch of value. But in wrapping up, I just want to ask you one last question. I know you
yeah,
mentioned, I know you are over 40 and at 16, you already started working. So now, if you were to go back in time, because now we have younger generation who apparently even look up to you, whether you know it or not. They see your post, they see you. So if you were to go back in time to speak to your younger self, what's that one advice you would give to yourself as a young champ of 16?
so it's interesting. The advice I would give to myself is the advice that I recently received for myself on a plant
Mm,
medicine journey, which is don't worry, the universe is working for you
mm,
everything will be okay. Because I think one of the biggest things that we do whilst growing up is we're always worried about the future.
Yes.
I lived my life in the future, goal to goal to goal, goal setting. If you set goals, you've now created a singular path that
Mm,
you have to follow. If you remove all goals from life and just
mm,
let life be for you, infinite possibilities open up. Anything can happen. You can meet anyone, you can come across different opportunities. So many things will come your way that are meant to come versus you trying to force a specific path. So the universe is working for you. Don't worry. Therefore, don't set goals. I know it goes against all traditional coaching methodology.
yeah, it does.
Goals. Just open yourself up to anything can happen, anything is possible, and things will start to happen. Because
Mm,
once you set specific things, you've got two choices. Either you hit those goals, but then you'll just look to the next goal and the next one, which is
yes.
what I used to do. And therefore, you don't enjoy the journey anyway. Or
Mm,
you miss the goals and you feel even worse. So,
mm,
why give yourself a defined path that you don't even know if it's the right path for you, because at some point you might want to do something completely
sure,
different or
sure, that's it.
so
Mm,
set no goals, just live free, allow things to happen, notice everything,
mm.
and you will be fine. That if I could tell my younger self that, that's exactly what I would have said.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being on the podcast. I mean, you've given a ton of value, and I know the audience, whenever they're going to watch this, they'll be screaming, sharing, and taking down notes. This is amazing for the younger generation, the older generation. And thank you so much, Parag, for your time. Thank you for joining. It's a pleasure, and it's been a pleasure. And I really hope to have, in time, another session with you. And I know it's going to be an amazing one as well. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Figure. Take care.